So yeah, later today, 23 GMT is PK versus AOD. I think we're trying to get that streamed, so hopefully we can. And this is now game 2 on Marsh, and Lad's got the same god choices. It's again Isis, Loki, Loki for Lad, and for GVT, Mato is Aranos again. Staff is Kronos. He was Aranos last game, and then Alfheim is Loki. So the only difference between this game and last game is Staff went for Kronos instead of Aranos. And this time, again, Rich is in the middle, which is helpful to say the least. And then on Marsh, typically, like you'll see in every Marsh, there'll just be tons of hunt everywhere. Pack a gazelle here, pack a gazelle here, another here. Is going to have plenty of hunt. You got yellow and teal facing off here, and Snellius and Matopato facing off over here. So this time you got Alfheim versus Conqueror, whereas last time Conqueror completely rolled over Matopato. So we'll see if Matopato can do better this time against Snellius's Loki. There'll be a ton of relics in the middle. Typically, I'll see quite a few good relics here, just because there's so many. Bow of Artemis is pretty good for Egyptian. Make those chariot archers a little cheaper. For those of you that are maybe newer players, typically you'll see decent players will scout the back portions of the map with pigs, goats, sheep, cows, whatever. Just saves a little bit of time for their scouts so that all the scouting can be done forward. So you can see these little piggies out to market. Will be scouting around the back before they head home. Just anything that can save a little time for your scout. And you can see Rich is getting that cheaper archer relic pretty quick. Here is another archer relic for him to pick up. This makes chariot archers do just a little more damage. Here, I'll close down the user interface so you can see a little more. I know my screen's kind of small, so okay, this one makes villagers farm faster, and this one over here makes walls and gates cheaper, so this one's decent. I anticipate probably see kind of similar strategy to the last game. Lokis will try to get some early aggression, and then kind of a rapid, semi-fast heroic for flaming weapons. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do this without the user interface. I don't know. Well, I guess we all know what these buildings do, so. So you see Alfheim actually building forward here. He's going to try to do some early aggression on Conqueror. The only thing is, it looks like Conqueror's going to advance. Probably going to end up advancing quite a bit faster than Alfheim, so this probably isn't going to turn out too well for Alfheim. You see Conqueror will be going up about 440. The only thing is, Kronos might be trying to rush with him over here, in which case he needs to transfer his temple. But he's going this side. It's a bit unusual. I don't know why you'd have one player forward on one side and then forward again on the other side. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But yeah, he's going to be up in about 5 minutes, and he'll be up about 440. So, and he's advancing versus Heimdall, which indicates that he wants to do a heavy rush, whereas he is doing the typical Forseti, which is a little more raid based. Nice defensive walls here. I'm assuming he must have been aware somehow that Staff was coming down here. So you see everybody starting to hit up now. So they're hoping, their only hope here is just to do a lot of damage to red before Rich can help out. What I would have liked to have seen here actually is for GVT maybe to, instead of forwarding over here, have him forward over here too. That way they could triple red. So right now, Teal doesn't know this exists yet, but I think he has to assume that it does by the fact that these Hearse here are all showing up. And you can see the first aggression has already been beaten back already. So yellow, he's got a little raid going here. Is forcing Teal to come back. And over here, kind of at a standstill for now. I anticipate you'll see Rich doing a, well, he is making barracks, so he might not actually fast heroic this time, or if he does, it'll be a slower fast heroic. Hunting way over here. If he can find these villagers here, this would actually be pretty huge, but something tells me he's probably not going to look this far back for hunt villagers, but hey, if he wants to have a chance, he's going to have to, because he's going to end up losing his forward here. Well, he is doing a pretty decent job scouting up here, so maybe he'll find him. We'll see. Down here, he's 2 versus 1 plus Sphinx and a couple heroes. Eventually, purple and green should be able to overwhelm. Oh, here's, yeah, he is going to find it. Oh, this is pretty decent work by yellow here. With some good micro, he should be able to kill quite a few of those. And red's forcing both of these guys back. Unfortunately, with Hersiers without the Forsetti speed, they just aren't really that fast, so it's kind of hard for them to run after and trap a bunch of villagers. So it looks like all he's going to get is just this one, if that. And up here, the fight's still continuing now. Eventually, with just a 2 versus 1, it is starting to look a little better for GVT over here. Though now you do see some barracks units coming in. Okay, he did pick off 2 villagers down here, and then just forced them all to be idle, so not bad. But now you see kind of a counter raid coming down here. And up here, now you got the barracks units coming. I will say though, anytime you can force Egypt to fight in classical age, you're doing that's good for you as GVT, because Egyptian strength obviously lies in the heroic age and on. So if you can keep them in classical age, you're doing pretty decent. Kind of miscommunication here. You have green fighting up here and purple running back, and now you'll see green fighting again, and okay, now they're kind of both fighting now. And now yellow's forced to defend now. Did lose both his forward temples. At this point, really, I'd like to see purple helping out over on this side now. And I got a GVT pause. So really at this point, there's not a whole lot more. Now that Blues or Rich's barracks units are showing up over here, there's not a whole lot of damage that the double at landing ain't going to be able to do over here. So Staff should just switch his operation and help out over on this side instead, and then just kind of have green just do enough just to kind of keep these guys off his base. But both of them staying here will be a mistake and won't get a whole lot done for them. Yellow's, yeah, he needs to figure this out down here. And he deconstructed a tower that really doesn't serve much of a purpose anyway, so that's kind of a pointless use to deconstruct. But yeah, yellow needs to get some help down here. He's kind of in a bind. And green needs to send these off on a little raiding expedition. Yeah, if he's not careful, he's going to end up losing all of this. Purple needs to come down and help out because yellow's in a little bit of a bind right now, not making any more military down here. And up here it's just kind of a standoff for now, with probably Lad getting the edge over here too. Yeah, it's not looking so good down here for yellow. You see him, he's trying to age up, though at this point it won't really do him a whole lot because flaming weapons on 8 military units isn't really going to do a whole lot, especially when they're fighting about 3 times the number. And over here now, Lad's forming quite a good offensive here. See, Rich got quite a good score. He's kind of Rich's double Alfheim score already. Yeah, and Alfheim's gold is out. His villagers are all idle. Not looking good for GVT right now. On both ends. Idle villagers here. Units running backwards here. I'm not sure where Purple's army even went. I don't think he has one. Well, here it is up here. It's 6 Terma. And these guys. And oh, he does have some up here. I'm not sure what the point is with the Cataspeltes. I mean, they'll. Alright, now we have flaming weapons on the 8-man army. Yeah, well, it's actually doing a decent amount because Teal's army, and Teal doesn't have a very large army, so. But, let's see if he notices this. This is gonna hurt. Now, on this side, you are seeing Lad having to go back. Okay, he didn't notice. Now he's running back down here to try to defend. Yeah, unfortunately, just having to use flaming weapons really just to save his base. I mean, he's not even really gaining any ground off of those flaming weapons, just a little bit of time is all. You got all these dwarves just running around doing nothing. Yeah, just Cataspeltes, just especially when they're attacking Hearse here, they're just not doing a whole lot. And you got more Cataspeltes here that are just dying. It's a weird unit to make when you're facing Egyptian who can't even make cavalry in arcade or in Classical Age anyway, so it's a little bit unusual. Red's got his, well, he's building a second town center. Rich is taking a town center. Conqueror's score is, okay, that's why it's a little low. He's going aging up. And he did lose a decent amount of his army down here through the flaming weapons. I'd like to see yellow upgrade his towers, though. Because Conqueror doesn't even have the speed upgrade yet either. He's doing a little bit of work down here. Here's some more Cataspeltes. I just don't understand the use of the Cataspeltes. It just doesn't make much sense to me. You should pick this ox cart off, though. Not the villagers. Pick the ox cart off. It's really only take about two volleys with the Terma, but he's not going to. Yeah, now here, flaming weapons on this will wipe this out pretty easily. and the rest of it will fall. So purple's pulling, getting forward town center here. Yeah, just who cares if you lose 3 or 4 turbo? Just get the ox cart. Anticipating flaming weapons probably pretty soon here. There you go, he did get the ox cart. So not bad. You know, he might not even need to use flaming weapons yet either. Doesn't look like it. Some more cav, and for, yeah, okay, now he is forced to with the incoming cavalry. Yeah, pretty easy victory all on this side for Conqueror. Over here, still fairly even, at least as far as military, though red and blue will both have quite the superior economies. So my guess is it's probably going to be game over pretty soon, just because Alfheim's going to be pretty much dead. This is pretty much all he's got right now. He does have his Olsark though. But yeah, Alfheim called it GG. And these guys will follow suit soon. Probably wait for this last battle. So I guess you could say both games, Conqueror was kind of the star. He actually rolled over his opponents in each game pretty rapidly. I mean, you figure about 17-minute game last time and about a 15-minute game this time. So GVT now just kind of trying to play for a little pride, it looks like. But now you got Ancestors Eclipse, so that's going to be the end of this party over here. Yeah, Mato Pato calls it. Or no, Staff resigned, and Mato Pato built the settlement, and now he resigned. So that's it. Game 1 and Game 2. Just for fun, I'll edit the scoreboard quick. 2-2. And that's that. As I said earlier, it's just a 2-game series. It's not best out of 3. Just these games are just for points for the regular season. 3 wins for a lot, or 3 wins, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a loss. So then just at the end of the season, just kind of add up the points and get your rankings from there, and then the top player teams will advance off to the playoffs. So you can see yellow fairly even with teal for a while, but he went heroic just a little too fast, and then just the 1,300 resources he spent on aging up, man, he was 1,300 resources down on the army, which led to him losing over here and making his villagers all idle, because he did have a nice early attack up here, which gave him an advantage early, but then aging up too quickly with not enough units ended up costing him the game on this side. And then over here you had Snellius and Rich winning on this side too. Pretty even as far as army right now, but just you look at the economy and they're just so much higher. So that's both games here. Just look at the stats a little bit. Yeah, pretty strong right there. And so